Good evening. I'm Maven of the Eventide. Welcome back to Vampire Playthroughs, where we were playing Vampire Therapist.
Say it, what, again?
The rapist.
The rapist.
Vampire Therapist.
All right, Vampire the Rapper. Let's do this.
You know you were not the only one to notice that.
Oh, no, anyone who's ever been to a therapist has made the same joke. They're used to it. It's fine.
No, I mean the whole, like, Vampire the Masquerade, Vampire the...
Oh, Vampire colon...
Yeah. Everyone else in the comments was making the same observation. Last we left off...
Vampire the Rapist Bloodlines.
Our main character, Cowboy Therapy client, has decided to join
Analysand,
forces.
they call those.
Analysand?
Yeah.
Not analysee?
No, apparently I learned that from the Jungians.
Huh. So the Analysand has decided to join forces with the therapist as his pupil, but also to receive therapy himself. And that's where we left off.
There's something about the kerning between the letters R and A in therapist that just bothers me.
Yeah. With me tonight is...
Hi, I'm also in therapy.
We are therapy havers who are playing a game about therapy. We are also vampire enjoyers. So we are uniquely qualified to give you commentary on this game.
Sorry, I'm kind of vibing here.
We also like German nightclubs.
What's on his belt buckle? Is that a lamp? Looks like a desk lamp.
Maybe?
What? No, it's a lamp. See, I see the lamp shade. There's the little thingy. He's got a lamp belt buckle.
Uh-huh.
Strange.
Maybe it's like part of his vampire clan symbolism.
Yeah, he's like because
something.
light is also always part of their aesthetic.
Well, you know, he can't have natural light, so he has to have artificial light. So he has to have a lamp. Maybe he's like from the vampire clan of the lamps. The night lamp vampire clan.
He loves lamp. All right.
And this guy, Samuel, has some therapy studying that he did on his own. He made up his own terms for therapy ideas that he gleaned on his own of the way that vampires behave, but also people behave. And the therapy expert, the ancient Greek philosopher turned, not Jungian, what is he? What would you call him?
Therapist.
Andromachos.
I mean, he basically told us that everything we're doing is correct. He just gave them dumber names.
Yeah. Called these cognitive distortions, labeling black and white thinking.
It's like, yeah, I call this black and white thinking. It's like, no, you're going to call it Nosferatu thinking because we're in a vampire game.
And control fallacy, which he did not give a fun name to. So now...
That's not where I thought you were going with that sentence. He did not give a fun name to.
I guess the point of the game is for us to meet other characters and identify when they are using these cognitive distortions to help therapy them and give other characters therapy. That seems to be the point of the game.
Let's get our therapy on.
Yeah, okay. So as a pupil of therapy who is also going to be receiving therapy myself...
I'm getting sick of the word therapy.
Would you rather I say the raby?
It's worse. Please continue.
All right. Good evening. I hope you slept well.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Okay, who did you eat and not save me?
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers. I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is.
Oh.
Control fallacy, I assume.
When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
It's not labeling. It doesn't seem black and white, so I guess by default it has to be control fallacy.
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Yeah, but you can try. Like,
Was that little blood splatter a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. Let's find
Very
out.
good, Samuel. Control
Yay.
fallacies are hard to
It was
avoid
correct.
when one feels strongly about something.
Right, and like normal games, like having a blood splatter is a bad thing, but in a vampire game, it's a good thing.
I thought control fallacy was like, I have to do this or else. Like, he wasn't saying that.
Yeah, he's trying to exert an unnatural amount of control over other people's.
But he's not really trying. He just says he...
But he wants to.
But is it really that extreme? It doesn't seem that extreme. He's just being like,
Doesn't have to
I
be
have a
extreme.
goal. My
It's just-
goal is to help other people. And he's like, your goal is too extreme and you have problems. And I'm just like,
It
come
did- yeah.
on. The guy has like a
It did seem kind of, it does seem to kind of jump the gun to call it a distortion. But
Yeah.
let's go. Let's continue.
Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your
He
clients.
never said it
That's
was.
kind of what a therapist does.
You will do what you
Andy?
can do, and that is enough. But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first V-mailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? It's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing. Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
Someone's labeling.
Yeah, but like, what's he supposed to say when he's talking about his past? He's not talking about his current self. He's talking about his past self.
Well,
like,
I think the game is still kind of tutorializing. Just so
Okay.
we learn to recognize.
yeah, I don't know
potentially.
that this is doing a very professional job of it. I feel like this is
Well, vampire therapy is different than human therapy. You know?
okay.
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
Yeah, but he's not currently calling himself that. He's calling his past self that. Like he's
grown.
over it. He's moved on. He's grown.
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Which you are. You're doing that. You've moved on.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
He's not.
Well, first
he
of all,
did.
you can
He-
stop calling me a nasty son of a bitch and let it drop. Hmm?
Yeesh.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself.
I think he is though. Like that's why he's here. He's talking about what.
Let's see where this goes.
Now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed
they
me like a
Mormons?
friend. Even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Oh, so not Mormons.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more. Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the transcendentalists helped me.
Gotta help yourself first.
Yeah.
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
Maybe you weren't ready to. Maybe you weren't equipped to. Maybe you didn't have it in you.
Yeah, that's
yet.
like the phase I'm in with therapy. As well. I'm just sort of like in the stand back and let's recover, and then we get back into it.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator. Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
Yeah, I definitely have should problems in my
You're
problems.
shitting all over the place, huh?
Yeah, and my therapy is like, oh, I can't go out and do this fun thing because I should be doing this important thing, and then I wind up doing nothing, you know?
Yeah, you're just sitting there with a big pile of shoulds.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I should be working on this important thing, so therefore I can't do what I want to do. And then I wind up just staring at the wall or doom scrolling for 4 hours.
Whose therapy session is this?
I'm just relating to the game.
I got you. It's good. Oh wait. Yeah, we picked up a new thing for should statements down there.
Yeah, okay, so now we got...
Sometimes we judge others and blah blah blah, arbitrary rules, blah blah dee dee blah blah blah.
Well, we should be, and then we get hopping mad when our expectations ain't met. Should statements can put a
Cowboys
lot of
must never
pressure
show
on
fear.
us, but there ain't too many universal rules. Heck, we should probably be dead because our hearts ain't beating, but it seems that ain't true. Examples. I'm a vampire, I should live in a castle. When you're in a gang, the gang needs to be your family and no one else. A cowboy must never show fear. Start getting therapy clients. I'll put my notes about them here. I'll update
I'm sorry,
after
who's talking?
every session.
What?
I'll
Who's
figure.
I don't
can see
understand
how
what you're
they're
saying. I'm
doing
looking
over time.
at he's not talking like a
Oh, sorry. When I start getting therapy clients, I'll put my notes
all right,
about.
it's him.
That's if that is if Andromachos decides I'm ready for this whole therapist business. Cross my fingers. My journal just for writing my ramblings while I'm out on this big trip, not my official notes. Oh,
Wait, how many pages of this are there?
well, he's got a little.
Ain't nothing more to read.
So was this yesterday? Woo, what a day! I made it to Andy's Club in Leipzig. Folks are real nice here. A couple of gospel real friendly. They got a darn tootin' bartender and even a friendly greeter. He don't talk too much. Oh, he can't spell. But I can tell he's an introspective sort. Now,
Wait,
Andy,
what did he misspell? I didn't see it.
two.
No, that's correct.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
Nope.
Talk to. No, you're right. Okay.
Now, Andy, that's one
That means
hell
he's
of a
talking to
vampire.
an object called much.
He's just got this presence. You can tell it's 3,000 and that's freaky as heck, but he makes you feel at home, but naked. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, and I went to a kink room. Yeah, Sam Wall's kink room. My big brother would have gotten a kick out of that one. I ain't gonna write about it here. Should get some sleep in this fancy coffin Andy lent me anyway. This was right from Berlin today. Okay, so this was like the diary entries he did before he got here, and then he wrote this last night. This is cute, so we can read these like after every day.
Ain't nothing more to read.
I like this little journal.
Flop, flop, flop.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure. And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We
We
procrastinate.
doom scroll.
As you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should?
Of course, there are things we must do, but nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise. Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date. I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases.
I think it was the previous one.
I
should.
mean, none of them really. I mean, maybe the first one.
No, I think I should take her out on a date. Because that's the only one that's not
Yeah,
like true. Like the others are true, but that one's not like necessarily true.
Did you miss my should statement?
Well, what about
Let's
Crimson?
try again. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
But like that is true. That is.
Well, I mean, that also means I should go to the dentist, but instead I stare at the wall. So it could be either that one
I
or.
should drink blood today.
Or I will be cranky.
I mean, all
I should
these
take my
technically.
blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Otherwise, she'll be mad at me and drama. I think that's it.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Yeah, you need that walkabout.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Oh, do we get to share your girlfriend? Nice.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods. I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either. I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive.
See, women are conditioned to do this in our society from birth. But it's weird when men do it, right? So let's see. Disqualifying the positive. On account of the nasty stuff I've done, I can feel like a real good for nothing sometimes, but that's disqualifying the positive, canceling out the good and leaving the bad. It ain't a distortion to see the positive in yourself or in a situation. It's just being honest. Example, the Three Stooges just smack each other in the heads a bunch, though I still like them. Yeah, I guess I can turn into a bat, but any vampire with their fangs can do that. She rescued a kitten, but she drinks mortal blood every night, so one good deed means nothing. Oh, so you don't just do it to yourself, you do it to other people too.
Oh.
Interesting.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive. Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you done.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
Ooh, I get to see clients tomorrow?
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready.
It's like having
But if you would
kids.
ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples.
He's gonna
Would
have
that be
therapy
helpful to
babies.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'll
Sounding
ever
good.
be. It's like having kids.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
How much is a liter?
I don't know these European measurements.
Anything but the metric system.
Go have 2 pints, Samuel.
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Ooh, get it on, friend.
Yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
And scene. Alrighty. There we go.
Ah, Ah, Samuel, glad to see you are awake.
Oh, we
Your
did,
first
I thought we had like a
client is on
little
his way.
intermission, like where we get to, hang out and do vampire stuff.
Well, we got a new diary entry. I learned some more therapy stuff today. Figure I've been doing a lot of this disqualifying the positive thing. I feel like I gotta be humble after the shit I pulled back when I was a bastard. But maybe that's just the shame talking. Andy says I'm ready to start seeing clients now that I got my head wrapped around this whole cognitive distortion thing. Can't believe it's all happening so fast. Went for a nice walk exploring Leipzig. There's a music school here and the kids are always performing stuff. Tried asking for old Susanna, but the kids today don't appreciate good music. Dang kids with a CD-ROM music. The wax cylinder was fine. My first client.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift.
It's true.
All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
Oh. Is that like a special vampire power he has, I guess?
You can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
He's disqualifying the positive.
I don't know. Maybe he's just being like...
Do it.
Okay, fine.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the positive, it's gotta be.
You barely require my aid as it is.
Look at his smile. Look how happy he is. What a charming guy.
He's just proud.
Look how charming
Proud
this guy
of his little
is.
baby boy.
Crimson
If you
is
need
a lucky
guidance,
girl.
I will provide it to you telepathically.
Ooh. I didn't know we could do that. Why haven't we been doing that yet?
Don't think about it too much.
Okay.
When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Dr. Drayne, huh? You ain't got no first name?
Dr. Drayne. Like draining people. He's 430 years old. Damn. Dr. Drayne is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. Became a vampire after the post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion. Detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drayne's drinking and sleeping habits. That we pasted it in there with cello tape. Look at that. Okay.
Many vampires go by one name.
His first name is
Families
Doctor.
and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
I mean, he's still a doctor. He's still doing doctor things, right? Like, he's still doctoring.
Yeah, don't take that away from him.
Indeed. You catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
Don't you have like a meditation lounge or something you meditate in?
But I...
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
Yay! Don't take the chair with you.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying.
Oh, he's so British. What are you doing in Germany? I guess you came here for this.
Well, yeah. He said he's from England.
Hey there. God's blood, what on earth are you? My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drayne.
Wow. He looks like Daniel from Interview with the Vampire. You don't know.
I'm sorry.
And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you. Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
Ignorance from what?
Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Annie.
Are you all right, Samuel?
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours. What does this poor vampire want?
He wants to complain.
Yes.
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
Yep.
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Well, if you say so.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
Well, are you just going to sit there? I was just going to ask how your trip here was. My trip? My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat. I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform. All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine. I take it you've read my case file and know why I'm here?
I guess these are for people who played the game and didn't read his.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it? What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him.
What was he addicted to?
I don't know. They were all addicted to morphine back then.
If you know what Ulysses S. Grant was addicted to, leave the answer in the comments because I am too lazy to Google it.
Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime. Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away. Tips? Let me think.
Milder hug.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you. But I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T. And I know how you English love your tea. Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone.
Oh, we can drink tea. Okay.
I mean, I guess it's just, leaves and water, so...
So we can't live on blood alone. We require other food?
No, I just think, it would be so uncivilized if I were forced to drink blood and not be able to have my Earl Grey in the morning.
I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing. But tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do. What exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals. You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive.
Okay.
Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do.
Oh, let me dumb it down a little further. Red stuff, yum yum. Red stuff, good.
I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal. Synthetic blood. Freedom from the hunger that plagues us and hope for all humanity.
What was it called in Bloodlines? Wasn't there a synthetic blood in that?
No, you're thinking of True Blood, and it was called True Blood.
Oh, okay. I'm conflating all of my...
I mean, I don't know. If there was also one in Bloodlines, leave the names in the comments.
No, I think you're right.
Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace.
That's like saying I'm addicted to food. Like, yes, I need it to live.
I mean, as far as addictions go, I mean, it's not like it's, having a heroin-like effect on his body.
Yeah.
Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings. Maybe you
Why do you still wear those?
Too, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
Oh, he's cognitive distortioning.
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
Which one is it? Is it?
I mean,
There's some
disqualifying
distortions
positive
in there, ain't
seems.
there?
I knew you would sense them.
Not in that last
Invite him
statement.
to talk more about this failure.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure, but it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all. Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Well, that's a should statement.
Well, who said you should have achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work.
You do.
And what happens
An
if you
addiction.
don't? Absolutely nothing at all. Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is.
You're only 400. What makes you think you're the oldest doctor in the world when we have a 3,000-year-old therapist who surely has some kind of PhD and is a doctor over here? Come on, man.
Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around
Control
death.
fallacy.
Now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance. Come on, Sam, there's some distortions in that whole speech you missed, you dang fool. Oh, tarnation, now I'm labeling. Hey, cowpoke, you mind repeating all that stuff you just said? I most
You think it's
certainly
control
do mind,
fallacy?
But very well. Look at me. 400 years
Yeah,
of
right
study
there. I
and
would
still
call that
dabbling
fallacy.
with leukocytes. I'm
Oh, no,
saying
this one,
I am
sorry.
surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor
No.
in the world.
We got that
No,
one.
the one
Should have
about the
achieved more?
scientists.
Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary. So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It
Hey,
can't
it
be
says
anyone
got
else's
10
fault.
distortions
Only
correct in a
I
row.
have
We
the
got an
skill,
achievement.
the knowledge, and the experience. Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I am a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding? No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
Labeling?
No, it's not a Nosferatu thinking, maybe?
That's like black and white thinking?
Yeah, it's like...
So I guess it's like, I'm
because
either a
I'm
great
this-
scientist or I'm nothing.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dark read on things. You know, lots of folks get over their addictions. Yes, but not me. I'm trying to tell you that even if you are addicted, that ain't the end, hermano. You got a lot of life and opportunity left in you. If you can call this life. Now hold on there, that's what I call Nosferatu thinking, straight from the coffin. Life ain't all black and white. It's got its shades of gray too, you know. Come on, Sam, there's some distortions in that whole speech you missed, you dang fool. Oh, tarnation, now I'm labeling. Hey, cowpoke, you mind repeating all that stuff you just... I most certainly do mind, but look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
Disqualifying the positive, I guess?
I guess.
I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set. Perhaps, but if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point, but I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy. That ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs. Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are. But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug. Well, so what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man. I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed. You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night? Oh, nothing of the sort. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself. Oh wait just a gosh darn minute, you're telling me you don't sleep? Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do. So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
Nosferatu?
Control fallacy? Should statement?
I vote Nosferatu, but let's see. What's your vote?
Control fallacy. Nope.
Depression is the only sensible reaction. He makes the goths downstairs seem almost joyous in their perspectives, doesn't he?
I guess Nosferatu then.
Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient... Come on
Yeah.
now, it's a big
You
world
were
out
right,
there.
you win.
Nailed it.
Things are depressing to different people. Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call him, might even be a different degree of depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole. Mild is putting it mildly, buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
Disqualifying the positive?
No. I mean, labeling maybe, but I'm not sure if like every single one of these is supposed to be a gotcha moment.
In the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
That's a labeling.
You honestly think feeling good makes you an ignoramus? The phrase ignorance is bliss is most apt, don't you think? But by calling yourself an ignoramus, you're making bliss something to be avoided. Yes, unfortunate how that works, isn't it? The only way to be happy is by being a fool. Partner, those are your labels. Try using something more positive and see how you feel. What, shall I say that by being ignorant, I am a noble genius? Still just labels. It wears off rather quickly, but I must admit that I've been chasing that feeling of false contentment. Partner, I gotta cut in here. You're saying a lot of things that just ain't true. Start from the top. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
Well, we already got that one, so it's not glowing red.
Regardless, I didn't come here to be
This
a
one
whiner.
is.
Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
I mean, my gut says labeling, but I don't know.
We just did labeling. We already did Nosferatu thinking, so I think it's got to be one of the others because we already did the others.
Dr. Drayne is calling himself a whiner for being sad.
Oh,
If he
whiner.
is trying to bully himself into being happy, he has clearly met with minimal success.
Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner.
Gotcha.
Oh, boo-hoo. Now, why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner? Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label. Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning, whinging, bellyaching, still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case. But as I was saying... Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy. Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem? First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides. What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex. Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey.
Most distasteful. I went to a sporting event.
Oh my god.
I was drunk.
That is horrifying. Downright horrifying.
I guess you must be having some kind of good time.
Ugh.
That is not my idea of a good time. I'm Dr. Drayne. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster.
Seriously.
I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood. It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things.
Well, it doesn't matter if he doesn't remember them. Like, it'd be one thing if he remembered them, was like, I feel so ashamed about these things, but like, he doesn't remember them. That is a problem.
Well, I should be better at it.
Sure.
You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts? I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years. It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good. Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again. And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff. Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though? It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it. All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind. You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am. Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, Sam.
Wow.
Was it a very short session?
Yeah, and he only comes once a month. Shoop.
Take the chair.
Far from
There's a
done,
chair.
Samuel. I knew you would do well, but that doesn't make me any less pleased.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip. It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. But also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin. Next week you shall see a new client.
Wait, I have to wait a whole
It will
week?
be an interesting challenge for you.
I don't get to see you tomorrow?
I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
You too, Andy.
Yo.
Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub.
All right, let's go get some grub.
Later, he is grub.
Well, that's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already.
And now I gotta just, like, do nothing for an entire week?
Oh no, now we get to, like, adventure and leapsig, character development.
Sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
Ooh, can I drink Crimson?
Well, if it isn't Yosemite Sam, how you doing tonight, partner?
Better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
Haha.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
Maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy session with a real client.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah? How do you think it went?
I reckon it was a bullseye on my end. You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
What do you know about vamps? You only know one.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light.
What does he use
The
it
light
for?
of an LCD screen.
Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
What other ancient ones are there?
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
38?
Now let's don't fall for the trap. No, guess younger.
Why?
Flatter her. Be nice.
No, she's wise. She has years. What's wrong with 35? What's wrong with 35, Paul?
Nothing, but she's not 35.
Why not?
I don't know. That's what I would tell someone if they asked me that. I was like, oh, you don't look a
Okay.
day over 18.
30 is basically in her 20s. Does she look like a child to you?
No.
Mid-30s, maybe?
Yeah, wise.
Shot me right in the heart, cowboy.
Dang, what I meant to say was,
I'm just messing with you. I'm 50 years young.
See? Told you.
Ah, she must dye her hair.
Well, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah. The natural red.
50. I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too, just not enough to turn me into one of you. I've been 30 for a good while now.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, Buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night. Andy told me to give this to you.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Ooh. Fancy, fancy bottle.
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood.
Huh. I get a little sippy sip in a little shot glass.
Where's my crazy straw?
Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high.
Too much corn syrup.
You'd appreciate it.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
I bet he'd let you taste it if you asked him yourself.
That's probably what you'll say, too.
I bet he'd get naked with you and let you taste it.
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
The curtain physics are really struggling. There we go.
There he is, my incredible protege.
So has it been a week? April 19th from April 12th. Yep.
Well, I mean, his next... Oh, okay. I was going to say his next
Been a
client
week.
is in a week, but...
I met my first client tonight, and whoo boy, he did not like me much. So, wait. Was that supposed to be a week? Huh. And sounds as though he doesn't like anybody much, though I can't be too disappointed, poor fella. I ain't never seen anyone so high-strung. Well, maybe Professor Jones. 80 years... Pussifer Jones?
Sure.
Okay. 80 years later, and the memory of him still makes me laugh. That kitty even hated John Muir.
Famed environmentalists.
And I think all his animals loved him. She would hiss even when eating her food. It was the darndest thing. So Pussifer Jones.
Oh, Pussifer Jones is a kitty cat.
Yep.
I get it.
I picked up this Dr. Drayne as a real should statement kind of fella, but I think I can help him out if I can get him to take a nap. I think he'll be a lot less grumpy.
I learned everything I know about John Muir from Sam and Max Hit the Road.
Can't believe it's been a week already, and we're on to our next client. Wow. Well, we have learned 2 more control fallacies. We've got some therapy practice.
I think we nailed it, too. We got an achievement for getting 10 in a row.
Yeah, well, we did have a couple misses, which were my fault, not yours. So, congrats on your therapy prowess.
Yay, I am more mentally ill than you.
You are therapying it like a champ.
Woo!
Yep. And I guess we're about to go into another client at this point. And if this is what the game is going to be from now on, a new client every week, we've been playing.
Well, I mean, we get to see the other guy again in 4 weeks, so at least we get some repeat clients.
Yeah, we've been playing for about an hour. So, like,
how much do we get paid for this, by the way? What is the vampire?
We get played in special little American corn syrup blood bottles.
Corn syrup blood bottles, nice.
Heck yeah! Though I'm a little disappointed we don't get to see what we did over the whole entire week since then. So
I know. Yeah, I kind of wish we had like a little.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That would have been interesting.
But also very ambitious.
For like game.
For game
save, game play. I like the gravestone noises it makes. It's really nice.
Sorry. I took my headphones out. I assume it sounds like sliding stone or something.
Yeah. Are you enjoying this game?
Yeah, it's great. The voice acting is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
The only thing that bothers me is that because I'm very sensitive to like mouth noises and lip smacking, and there's the fire crackling in the background at all times. That's all I hear.
Oh.
Yeah, because it just sounds like, I know they're not lip smacking, but the fire is sort of giving you that.
Well, I can turn down the effects. That turns down the fire.
Okay, yeah, we'll try that next time. Maybe that'll make me not throw up my mouth quite as much.
But it also turns down the gravestone sounds too.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, give and take.
But it did turn down the fire. So there you
Right.
go. Yeah.
Still rolling away, just silently.
Yeah. So yeah, you feeling this game? You liking it?
Yeah, I'm
Because
digging
we
it.
got a lot more to play. Though we do have a new Patreon pledge for the next game we're playing, which you received as a Steam gift.
Sweet. Oh, yeah, the third in the series of the Vampire Masquerade. What are they called? Coteries?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
visual novels.
Coteries trilogy majiggers.
Yeah. You don't remember what it's called?
Return to New York?
Yeah.
Vampires Return. I don't know.
Yes, so that's what we'll be playing next.
Is it really?
After Vampire Therapist.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was just making it up.
How do we check? Where's Steam?
Vampires go to space.
How do we check?
Vampires go west. Let's see. If we go to Steam Reckoning of New York.
Reckoning of New York.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
You and me both, Sam. So that's what we'll be playing next after this. Thank you to my Patreon patron who put in that pledge. And what else is new in Vampire News? We finally saw Sinners.
We did.
We did. We saw Sinners. That was a wonderful movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend seeing it in theaters, though it is coming out on digital this week,
Already?
June 3rd.
I mean,
think?
can't be for free. You probably have to pay for it.
No, I mean, it's being released on digital.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then it's coming out in physical media in July. And it's going to have like so many bonus features on the DVD.
Cool, because I really want to see how they did all the twinning in that movie with.
Yes, there's going to be like a whole like documentary featurette that goes with it, and like
But do they have their own
18
popcorn
minutes
bucket? That's the
of deleted scenes. What would the popcorn bucket be shaped like for Sinners? Like a car, guitar,
question.
juke joint.
Tom,
The trunk. It would be shaped like the trunk that has his like
the trunk that we didn't see until the very end.
Yeah. Chekhov's trunk.
It's not really a spoiler. I don't know. I liked most of Sinners. I like the first half more than the second half. Like once the vampires showed up, I liked the first half of the movie better when there were no vampires.
It was very Dusk Till Dawn, where you like don't even realize it's a vampire movie until suddenly you're in like the bar.
No, I mean they hinted it like a little here and there.
So I have a friend who lives overseas who couldn't see it where they live, so they downloaded a torrent of it, and the torrent was from like Thailand or something, and their torrent was only 1 hour and 49 minutes for this 2.5 hour long movie, and it just had like random stuff cut out throughout the entire movie. Like I was watching this torrent with her after having seen the movie in theaters, and there were just like bits and pieces throughout the entire movie cut out. Like every single scene was shortened by 2 or 3 lines. It was so weird seeing this abridged version of the movie. So if you live overseas or something and you saw this movie in theaters and it was less than 2.5 hours long, you may have seen an abridged version of Sinners.
Must be some weird censorship thing.
It wasn't even censored stuff. It was just making it shorter.
I can't imagine any markets having lower attention spans than the American market.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just like they need to cram more show times into their theaters to sell more tickets or something. Like,
All right. The way you were describing, I thought like the person who did the recording edited it.
No, it's a completely re-edited movie. Like some of the scenes were like flip-flopped in order and stuff too. Like it was weird.
Just different things for different markets, I guess.
Yeah. So, just saying, you're going to want to see it when it comes out on digital to see the full version, because it's worth it. It's a good movie. People keep asking if I'm going to do a review of it, and I don't have any imminent plans of doing a review of it. I usually don't do reviews of movies until I actually have a copy of it, so I can actually put the footage from the movie into it. So I'm not going to do just like a random extemporaneous off the top of my head review of it. Also, someone asked, like, are you going to do a review of it, or have enough people already done and there's nothing else you would say that people haven't already said? And I was like, you know what? That is a good point. I probably wouldn't say anything that other people haven't
Well, right
already
there,
said.
you're disqualifying the positive.
No, I'm saying that of this particular movie, me as a white queer woman, I don't know that I'm the voice that could say anything new, especially about this movie. Like,
I disagree. Because I think about the other voices that are speaking of this movie. I don't really think that your particular has been represented.
Okay. A movie where the vampire is a metaphor for the way white culture has appropriated Black music. I'm not an expert on music history. I'm not an expert on Black culture. Like, you think about how like Elvis stole the blues from Black culture, like that kind of thing. I don't know anything about that. So, I might leave that metaphorical analysis to the music history experts and to the Black culture experts and to the Southern American.
So what you're saying
experts.
is that you'll guest on someone's podcast. And,
I would probably talk about Sinners in a wider context of, say I'm talking about like best vampire movies of 2025 or something. Like it would be on a top 10 list or something. I wouldn't just talk about it by itself and be like, here is a breakdown of what the vampires mean in this movie, because y'all already know, right? At this point, like, I'm not going to educate you any further than you've already been educated, because we have entered an era where people are giving you media analysis about what the vampires are metaphors for in movies already. Like, what my job is in vampire reviews of breaking down vampire movies and telling you what the vampires represent in movies is now being done at large.
I know. There's a million different movie reviewers out there, but they want to see you.
No, I'm talking specifically about vampire movies. Specifically about, we now live in an era
We live in a society
of monster fuckers who are specifically making monster movies to make metaphors about society, to talk about what those metaphors are. So me having a show saying, I'm going to look at vampire movies and tell you what this is a metaphor for and talk about why this is deep and meaningful and political and why this is art, and explain this to you and make you be like, oh, that's so cool and interesting. You already know that about Sinners. You already know what Sinners represents, because people, like, we already are doing that. Like, everyone is doing that now with this movie, because that's why this movie was specifically made. And I think that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Because, like, what I started doing on my channel 15 years ago has now, like, we live in a culture where that's just, like, the thing that's done. Specifically with vampires and monsters. And it does have a lot to do with our political climate,
Mm-hmm.
And the era of, we're going to deal with our racist-ass country that we live in and really analyze it and talk about it and not, keep quiet about it anymore. We're going to say all this stuff out loud. So thank you, society, for getting so shitty that we're not keeping our mouth shut anymore. You don't need me. You got this.
But you got her anyway.
I will continue talking about other vampire movies that you don't already know what they represent, because nobody else has already told you. We got plenty of those, and those will be fun to talk about. But Sinners is great. You should go watch it if you don't know what the vampires mean, because you don't. You can ask me and I'll talk to you about it in my Discord server. We can talk about it there. Come join my Discord server. Link is in the description of this video. Like always, I have finally enough subscribers on this channel to get this channel monetized, but you don't just need subscribers to get a channel monetized. You also need watch hours. I need to get up to 4,000 watch hours within a year's span of time. This channel is not yet a year old, so all watch hours count. It is getting almost to a year. Like, I got a couple more months till I get a year. So
expect our new 4,000 hour podcast to be dropping any day now.
Yeah, I keep saying that, like, I don't want to do live streams on this channel until it's monetized. But maybe we will do live streams just to, like, get some watch hours going or something. I think I will also start uploading my old videos on this channel, like my old Bloodlines playthrough and stuff just to get some more videos up on here so I can
Oh, I
start
thought you
getting
did
more.
that already. Okay.
I did Swan Song, but I haven't done any of the others yet.
Yeah, throw them all up there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start transferring them all over from my old channel to this channel, just so we can start getting more watch hours on this channel. And then once we get up to 4,000 watch hours, then this channel will finally be able to be monetized. But in the meantime, if you would like to help support this channel and support us, you can join us on Patreon for $2 a video, $4 a video, $10 a video if you want your name in the credits.
Top ends of
If you want to feel fancy and be one of my special Patreon patrons, or whatever you feel like supporting, you can do any amount. You don't have to do what the tiers say on Patreon. What else is new in Vampire News? Oh, Buffy Con, known as Hellmouth Con, is coming up. Hellmouth Con, which is formerly known as Whedon Con, which is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer yearly convention, is coming up in Torrance, California at Torrance High School, which is where Buffy the Vampire Slayer was filmed. It is in June 13th, 14th, 15th, that weekend. I will be there moderating some panels. A lot of Buffy actors and behind the scenes people will be there. There will also be, I have heard, some actors from True Blood there, and there's going to be a panel on True Blood just because those guys are friends with the Buffy actors.
Oh, far out.
I don't think there'll be any other like random vampire show people there, just because those guys are friends with each other, so they're going to have a couple of True Blood actors.
Well, hey, maybe
there.
if Hellmouth Con get bigger, I'll just turn into like a vampire con.
Yeah, that would be great. They invited me back to
Get some
help
of the Skarsgårds up
moderate
in
some
there.
panels, and I'll be able to film whatever panels I moderate and whatever interviews I do, so then I will make those videos, and those will be on my main channel. Anything that I am able to film there, any content I am able to make. So you'll be able to see that. If you're not able to come in person, then you'll be able to watch those videos on my main channel. Whoever I get to interview, it'll be fun. Did you know that a new vampire movie is coming out with Kristen Stewart in it?
Oh, that doesn't. Well, yeah. That's-
No, Kristen Stewart's great.
I know, but she's just gonna catch hell for it. I know.
No, people love Kristen Stewart. She's like, ever since she came out as gay, she's the people's princess now.
Oh, okay.
Nice. It's got some other people in it. Let me see.
I assume so.
Okay, so it's got Kristen Stewart, Oscar Isaac, and Elizabeth Olsen in it. And it's called Flesh of the Gods. And it's a 1980s set vampire movie.
Cool.
Like, all those things are awesome. Right?
Yes.
Like, who doesn't love Oscar Isaac? And that's all we know about it so far. I mean, it has a poster, which, like, look at this bloody
It's
vampire poster.
very vague.
A married couple in 1980s LA leaves luxury life for nightly adventures with enigmatic, nameless, and hedonistic group entering surreal world of excess and violence. So it sounds like they give up their luxurious life for a vampire life. I don't know when it's coming out. Doesn't have any other info in it other than these casting announcements and this poster, which I'm not sure if it's real or fan made or what, but yeah, it's been in announcements for some time now. What else is new in vampire news? We're in like a vampire renaissance right now. Vampires are deep again. Like, first vampires were big again, but now vampires are deep again, which is pretty awesome, I think.
Make vampires deep again.
Heck yeah. If you know of any other deep vampires coming out, leave your info in the comments. Keep me up to date on vampire news. I rely on you guys. I don't get out much, so I don't hear much. Be my informants.
As a creature of the night.
Be my little birds. Be my little bats.
Oh, little bats. I like
Yeah,
that.
be my little bats.
That's what we're going to call your fan club from now on.
Bring me all the news.
My little bats.
So fly, my little bats, fly and tell me the vampire news. There's got to be some more stuff coming out this summer. I'm excited. Oh, I finally caught up on What We Do in the Shadows. That's my other news. So I am fully caught up. Paul is not. He gave up on that show.
Yeah, I kind of bounced off of it a few
Oh.
seasons ago.
Yeah, but I liked the ending. I did like the finale. I actually liked a show's finale. I thought it was well done for what they had to work with. Until next time, join us again for Vampire Therapy. Look out soon for another video of my vampire library. I've got some really cool stuff to share with you. I went to Paris, and I went shopping at the Paris Opera House, the Palais Garnier, and I bought every single Phantom of the Opera item in their gift shop. So I will be sharing all that with you in my next Vampire Library video, along with all the other vampire books and things that I have gotten because my birthday just passed and I got some cool stuff for my birthday. So look out for that video soon. Until then, good night.
Blah.
That was a very operatic blah.
We went to the opera house.
Blah.